First reading, Isaiah chapter 22 verse 19 to 23. And I will drive thee out from thy station, and depose thee from thy ministry. And it shall come to pass in that day, that I will call my servant Eliachim the son of Helshias. And I will clothe him with thy robe, and will strengthen him with thy girdle, and will give thy power into his hand. And he shall be as a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to the house of Judah. And I will lay the key of the house of David upon his shoulder, and he shall open, and none shall shut, and he shall shut, and none shall open. And I will fasten him as a peg in a sure place, and he shall be for a throne of glory to the house of his father. Psalms chapter 138 verse 1 to 3, 6, 8, 8. I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart, for thou hast heard the words of my mouth. I will sing praise to thee in the sight of his angels. I will worship towards thy holy temple, and I will give glory to thy name. For thy mercy, and for thy truth, for thou hast magnified thy holy name above all. In what day soever I shall call upon thee, hear me, thou shalt multiply strength in my soul. For the Lord is high, and looketh on the low, and the high he knoweth afar off. The Lord will repay for me, thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever, O despise not the work of thy hands. O Lord, endureth forever, O despise not the work of thy hands. Second reading, Romans chapter 11 verse 33 to 36. O the depth of the riches of the wisdom and of the knowledge of God! How incomprehensible are his judgments, and how unsearchable his ways! For who hath known the mind of the Lord? Or who hath been his counselor? Or who hath first given to him, and recompense shall be made him? For of him, and by him, and in him, are all things, to him be glory forever. Amen. Gospel, Matthew chapter 16 verse 13 to 20. And Jesus came into the quarters of Caesarea Philippi, and he asked his disciples, saying, Whom do men say that the Son of Man is? But they said, Some John the Baptist, and others some Elias, and others Jeremias, or one of the prophets. Jesus saith to them, But whom do you say that I am? Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answering, said to him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, because flesh and blood hath not revealed it to thee, but my Father who is in heaven. And I say to thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give to thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind upon earth, it shall be bound also in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose upon earth, it shall be loosed also in heaven. Then he commanded his disciples, that they should tell no one that he was Jesus the Christ.